Hello everyone, welcome back to Adventures of Me, and today we're going to be continuing our Game of Day discussion with Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. Now, this is a HD remaster of a Japanese exclusive PSP game, I believe. That's what it was. Which they brought out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I believe it was on both. And I mean, it's got a really cool steelbook cover. It was an interesting one. It was a little bit different from your traditional Final Fantasy play or game style. And it revolved around like a school academy thing where you had different characters based on the different cards in a deck of cards, and they each had a particular type of battle style that they would use, and they were sent out on missions based upon that. I believe it's been quite some time since I've played it, and I never completed it because the main reason why I got it was it came with episode Duske, which was the Final Fantasy 15 demo, and I actually really only picked this Final Fantasy game up because of the demo. I always originally wanted to get the Japanese version on the PSP, and it's not that I'm not interested in the game, it's just I am more into the main story Final Fantasies as much as a fan as I am, and I'm buying them all now. At the time, it wasn't so much that I was wanting to buy things for the collecting purpose. It was buying the ones that I could get affordably, because I pre-ordered Final Fantasy 15, and I actually picked this up not that long before 15 came out, so it was really just so I could get the demo at that point. It was on sale, it was pre-owned, and the code had not been used, so I was pretty happy with that. I did enjoy the parts that I played. It was just a little bit more challenging and different to what I thought, and I do want to revisit it because I feel like I just didn't give it enough time. And it's another one of those games that I really just took off the console because I needed the space on the hard drive, not so much that I didn't enjoy it or anything. I didn't have the same experience with this as I did with for example, Dissidia NT. I enjoyed playing this. Granted, I was a little bit confused and it was just a little bit different from what I was expecting. But like I'm saying, it's not that it was bad, it just, I think, needed more attention from me because I was all in the hype of Final Fantasy 15 at the time, waiting for that to come out, doing everything I could to get more 15 information. So when it came to this, it wasn't that. Yeah, it's. I just wish I'd played it a little bit more, to be honest. And it's now just on the backlog of things to complete. Sorry, my hair is bugging me. I just had a shower and it just won't sit how I want it to. Ramble on something else. But I liked the concept of it being set in like this academy type thing, and each of the characters had a different skill. I think that's where I really struggled. I couldn't work out which characters I wanted to send out on the missions, because I'm pretty sure we got to pick from most of them at the start, or a bunch of them at the start, and I think there was this whole system around improving each of them along the way in the story. But I never knew the best way to control the characters, so the fault really lies with me. I needed to be a little bit more proactive in learning how this game worked compared to previous games, because I at that point was really mainly involved with the typical turn-based role-playing game that Final Fantasy was. So going into 15, like, that was a big change as it was. And I think this one was a little bit of a change in between 13 and that as well. So it really was set up for the PSP. You could feel that when you were playing it, that it wasn't really designed for a mainline console. You could feel that. It wasn't bad, but you just got that vibe. It's like you knew it wasn't made for a home console. You knew it was for a portable console. And I think that kind of impacted the gameplay a little bit. Not so much that it made it unplayable, but it's one of those things you notice when games really are designed as a portable game rather than a home console game. And I believe that this was one of those games that really was just designed for portable games. So when it was translated to the console, some of the controls just didn't feel right. Like, it felt very limiting because the PSP didn't have as many buttons to press. Really, that's what that part comes down to. But it is something that I'm going to revisit in time. I haven't written it off. It's definitely something I haven't written off. And being a Final Fantasy fan, I want to get back into playing it. It'll just be finding the time to kind of understand it and master it a little bit more than where I was currently sitting with it. Yeah. Been a bit of a delay in the moment with getting these videos out, just with the getting back into work for a little bit, the state of the world at the moment, how it is, and changing the way that jobs work. It's been a little bit harder to find the time to kind of just sit and record the videos on as frequent basis as I was doing for a bit there. I'm going to try and record when I can, but I've been spending a lot of time in like conference call type situations, and just it's draining, and you don't have the time to kind of then record and put things up on YouTube as a hobby. So I'm going to be probably cutting back a little bit just while I get into the swing of things, and then pick it back up from there once we get the groove going. But game a day is still going to go ahead, just might not be per a day basis, but more so game a day on the days that it comes out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, guys, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. Until next time, have a great day. See you then.